So the end of the world is finally here and is caused by AI and stars Sam Rockwell. Let's talk about good luck, have fun, don't die. Gore Verbinski is back with a brand new movie called Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. Now, this was one of my most anticipated movies going into this year, mainly because of the reception it got at Fantastic Fest from a bunch of the YouTubers I watch. Now, for those who don't know who Gore Verbinski is, he's the same guy that gave us Pirates of the Caribbean, The Ring, Rango, Lone Ranger, and a bunch of other movies. So he's got a little bit of diversity there in movies he's done. And this movie is kind of a sci-fi time travel comedy is how I would describe it. It's got Sam Rockwell in it, Michael Pena in it, Juno Temple, and a bunch of other people in it. Everyone has their chance to shine, but Sam Rockwell is the biggest standout, and he carries the entire movie in my opinion. Now, for those who don't know what this movie's about, I'm not going to give too much away because I think the less you know, the better. Essentially, this movie is about Sam Rockwell's character who walks into a diner, and he's wearing a raincoat and a bunch of tubes and wires. Basically, if you saw him walk in, you would think he's homeless, which is kind of how the people in the diner react to him walking in. But you find out that, or he tells everybody that he is from the future and he's there to stop this AI from being created and take over the world, destroy the world essentially. And that he needs a certain configuration of people in that diner to save the world. And apparently he's done this many, many times because I don't remember what number they're on, but he's on like his 100, 200 attempt, something like that. I think it's 150. Anyways, it's a crazy amount of times he's done this clearly already. But we just stick with this one. And that's what the movie is. Now, this movie has a bunch of crazy moments that I didn't see coming. Whenever you think you have this movie figured out, you probably don't because it's probably going to completely turn on you. And I loved that. Not knowing what was coming next kept me on the edge of my seat, kept me excited. The comedy in this is great. Like, it has me laughing, has everybody laughing at things that we probably shouldn't laugh at. But it never does it to the point to where you're still not taking things seriously. Like, at the core of this movie is talking about how dangerous technology and AI can be because clearly we're all addicted to our phones. Like, it's hard not to just be staring at your phone all the time. And this movie is essentially warning you that technology is taking over our lives. But it does it in a comedic way to where it's light, it's energetic, you can't help but laugh. And like I said, it makes you laugh at things you probably shouldn't laugh at. Now, when you watch the movie, you understand what I'm saying. So every character in this movie has their chance to shine. They get kind of a backstory and stuff, but Sam Rockwell is essentially the glue that keeps this movie going and together, in my opinion. He is the reason I enjoyed this movie so much. And this is one of those movies that, in my opinion, needs to be seen in theaters. Not because it's like so visually beautiful. I mean, it's a good looking film, but because we want more original ideas like this. Like, it's hard for me to tell you what this movie reminds me of. Like, it's just so wacky and zany that it's got things that remind me of other things, but not so much so that I'm like, that's a copy of this or they got this from this. Like, it's just so much its own thing. The biggest thing I can say is like Everything Everywhere All at Once, with how zany and crazy that movie is. This is what this movie is. It's just crazy. You don't really know what's happening. It's just going to throw everyone for a loop. And that is what we go to movie theaters, what we go see movies for. That escape, that entertainment, and this is just quality entertainment in my opinion. Also has the perfect ending in my opinion. Like there were many times where I thought I knew where the ending was going and it actually goes to the point where I thought it was going and then they're like, nope, I don't think so. And it just turns again. So, like I said, let's go support this movie. Go see it in theaters. Uh, we want more original ideas like this. Like we get a lot of remakes, we get a lot of sequels, which I enjoy. But this is the kind of movie that we want to go to theaters for, that we want to support. Now, this movie, for the story, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 on the story. Like, there's not a lot to the story, but it's a fun story. As for the performances, I'm going to go with a 9 out of 10. Most of that is because of Sam Rockwell. He does carry this movie, like I said, and I love his performance. Rewatchability, I'm going to go with also a 9 out of 10 because I do think that I will rewatch it many, many times. I think I might actually try to go see it again in theaters. However, this weekend is very, very busy for me. There's a lot of movies I want to go see. But this movie is just a fun time at the movies. It's just grab your popcorn, sit down, have a fun time. Probably not a big awards contender, if at all, but it's just a good time at the movies. It's definitely a great theater watch in my opinion. I think everybody should go see it in theaters and support it. Now, let me know if you're going to go see this weekend or if you're going to go see something else. Let me know what you think if you do go see it, and let's have a discussion about it down below in the comments. And then please like this video and then subscribe to the channel. That way you know when I do my next review. Like I said, I do have a bunch of movies this weekend, so there's probably going to be a bunch of reviews, whether they're short reactions or full videos. There might be a mix there. But I do have, I think, 4 movies that I'm seeing this weekend alone in theaters. So just be on the lookout for those.